Hi, my name is Jane. Last year's speaker was Jane also. I hope we're not in a rut. As I was preparing this little talk, my husband suggested that I speak extemporaneously and not read. And I said, I can't even spell it, let alone do it. So I think, Lord, maybe we could do extemporaneous as our spelling word tomorrow, and backwards. I was diagnosed with Parkinson's in 2009, so just a mere 10 years ago. And I had hoped to open with a joke because set up a friendly atmosphere, but so I searched through the internet and come to find out disease is not a very funny subject. I did see a cartoon where the first frame the doctor hands his Parkinson's patients a prescription. In the second frame, he says, I've put the instructions on the bottle. The third frame is a close-up of the label, and it says, shake well before use. The doctor thought it was funny, the patient did not. And that's sort of one of my main themes today is perception. You know the tortoise and the tortoise and the hare story. One is fast and one is slow. Well, I used to be the hare. First one up, dressed in the morning. First one down, done eating. Fastest walker. When my husband and I would go for a walk at the mall, he was always complaining that I was leaving him in the dust. Well, now it's reversed. I am the tortoise. I am slow. Yes, slow is my middle name. I imagine there's a few of you who could compete with me for that title. I'm slow to walk, I'm slow to talk, and I'm slow to respond. It's my new normal, my new reality. I'm hoping that in a good way it will translate to slow progression of Parkinson's. So when Nina asked me to speak tonight, she told me that I only needed to talk 3 to 5 minutes. I figured that would be easy. As slow as I am these days, that 3 to 5 minutes, I'd have to write 2, maybe 3 paragraphs at tops. But before I even get started with that, I must digress. I need to talk about Parkinson's disease. I don't like that label, disease. To me, that label invokes thoughts of rashes and sores and contagion. Ugh. I looked up the meaning of disease, and it said a disorder of structure or functions in a human, animal, or plant, especially one that produces specific signs, those rashes, or symptoms that affect a specific location. And in the case for me, it's the left side, the shaky side. I think the definition sounds much nicer than the word, but maybe it's just me, but I don't want to tell my grandkids I have a disease. Who wants to cuddle up with someone who has a disease? So what would I replace it with? I looked up the definition of condition. Quote, the circumstances affecting the way in which people live or work, especially with regards to their safety or well-being. That seemed to apply, so I've decided to substitute disease with condition. I would rather tell my grandkids, sweeties, Yaya, that's me. Yaya has a condition. That just sounds so much better. I guess it comes down to perception. As they say, perception is reality. And my new perception, my new reality is I have Parkinson's condition. When I was diagnosed in 2009, there were fears and tears all around. The fear was of the unknown. So I went to the bookstore to learn about the new me. I found, believe it or not, Parkinson's for Dummies. Who knew? I was quite surprised. I read some of it, and then I decided I didn't really want to know anymore. It was too overwhelming. In fact, I still haven't read the whole thing, but I'd like to think I don't qualify for the dummy part anymore. As for the tears, not long after my diagnosis, I went to my hometown in Indiana to a high school class reunion. For the very first time, The reunion committee had set up a memorial table for recognizing the classmates who had passed. It struck me then and there that every one of those deceased classmates would probably trade places with me in a heartbeat. Suddenly, Parkinson's didn't look too bad. A new perception, a new reality. So I wiped away the tears and forged ahead. This new reality of my new normal since my diagnosis revolves around Parkinson's. It's the axis around which my world spins. Sometimes a slow, wobbly spin, but it's my spin. And to keep that spin going and to help smooth out the bumps, to stabilize the wobbles, I found Power for Parkinson's. It seems that every article I read about health supports the tenets of Power for Parkinson's. Just this week, the new AARP Bulletin had an article about the 5 steps to brain health. And as you know, PD is a condition of the brain. The 5 steps are: 1, exercise regularly. There you have it, all the way, Power for Parkinson's. Number 2, learn new things. Again, that's Power for Parkinson's. Lauren, you now have my permission to continue the patterns that we love to learn so well. Those of you who haven't had Lauren's class, it's an inside joke, sort of. Number 3, get good sleep and manage stress. I'd say if you work out hard enough at PFP, that will take care of both the sleep and the stress. Number 4, strengthen social connections. Look at us here tonight. We're strengthening that connection every day and every week. Number 5, eat brain healthy diet. I'm afraid you're on your own on that one. But 4 out of 5 isn't bad. So go, Power for Parkinson's. I also read a quote from Oprah. She stated, quote, "The older you get, the more you recognize and have a real appreciation for every day that you wake up." Now she actually goes on from that, but I thought I would stop there because that's kind of true in itself, that when you wake up, you say, hey, another day. Anyway, she said, you have a real appreciation for every day that you wake up with a healthy mind and a healthy body. You appreciate flexibility. Well, for most of us, that ship has sailed. I doubt that she truly understands what that means as well as we do. And as they say, you don't know what you've lost till what you've got until it's gone. But that doesn't mean we have to accept things as they are. For me, Power for Parkinson's has been manna from heaven. When I first started attending Power for Parkinson's exercise classes, I was heavier and walked with a cane. I had a cane when I came last year to this event. I did not venture out as much, and worst of all, I wasn't participating in my 2 favorite passions, my grandkids and travel. I was fortunate to find Power for Parkinson's 2 years ago, and has helped change my life. I'm no longer walking with the cane, and I'm traveling again, including travel to Lubbock to see my 3 grandchildren. Now don't jump to conclusions. I walk slowly without the cane, and I travel slowly, but it's progress. Power for Parkinson's has made my daily life better. Note I didn't say quicker, just better. And of course, Power for Parkinson's is not just exercise, it's about community. Look at all of us here tonight. I have made lots of friends that I enjoy seeing each week. No, we're not BFFs, but we do support each other, and we know we are not alone in our struggles. We know we can ask for help and suggestions on how to deal with a particular issue. We are a community made up of patients, caregivers, family, friends, and more, all dealing with the Parkinson's condition from their own perceptions, their own realities. Power for Parkinson's helps facilitate our fight to keep Parkinson's at bay. We laugh together, we sing and dance together, and we are better for it because of Power for Parkinson's. What keeps me going to Parkinson's 4 times a week is my desire to live the life I had planned before my diagnosis. I want to be viable so I can see my grandkids grow up. I don't want to cheat myself out of a great run. I want to cheat Parkinson's from winning. I can do that with the help of Power for Parkinson's. I truly want to thank Nina, Susan, Maggie, Laura, Polly, Nancy, Debbie, Mary, and all the others who daily and weekly make the program run smoothly and effectively. I don't know if all of you truly understand how wonderfully you have impacted so many of our lives in such a positive way. Thank you, thank you, thank you.